Hi everyone, so hopefully this is the last video of the day. I know I done packed my YouTube channel with so many reviews. Hopefully tomorrow I can get some done as well. But today is going to be the last video. And hopefully you guys do enjoy the 3 videos I put up because I haven't done content in a minute. So I thank you guys for supporting me, liking my videos, and commenting. So this is the Pacifica Clean Foundation, and it's 100% vegan and cruelty free, and it's an oil free anti-shine satin finish. So if you have not watched my previous video about Juvia Place, please watch that because I explained what happened last year with my skin getting very, very tan and I could not find a foundation. Now, there is such a good thing about having different types of undertone foundations, and that's where I'm going to start with this one. This one claims to have a olive with slight red undertones. So last year I got so dark, I'm normally golden neutral undertones. This is what my skin looks like. It's been neutral majority of my life, and I've never had my skin get as dark as it got. I got dark like that about last week. So I walked about 2 days and I began to get extremely tan. I haven't tanned that hard since I've been on my type 1 meds. So, but because of the weather, it's been so adverse. I've now begun to tan really hard, and we had an early summer last year and a weird winter where it stayed warm. So that's the only thing I'm going to say about that, because that did play a factor in me getting this foundation. I want to start about the claims about this being 100% natural. There is the ingredient list on the back of this. It does let you know all of the things that are not in it. And I do feel like this is a good mix of natural ingredients. And there is hyaluronic acid. And I've been kind of leery about using hyaluronic acid. Sorry, y'all, I can't say that word. However, I haven't had any skin issues. But what I will tell you is I did get this in 10WT. The way that it's warm tan. There are different versions of warm tan, so be kind of wary of that. To get this from Ulta, so it's $16. I would say go get swatched because the undertones are a little bit different than what we're normally used to. So these, I think for the darker skin tones or browner skin tones, they're marketing it more for the olive undertones, and kind of it's a different range for people of color. But I think this was a good market. With that being said, I did not notice any breakouts for the 3 days that I use this consistently throughout the several weeks that I use this. So 1 week I would use it one day, next day I would use something else. I'm just a creature of nature, and I just like to test out the foundations and compare. And what I noticed was I didn't have any acne breakouts. My skin looked nice. My skin looked radiant. My skin looked healthy. It looked really nice. And at the time, I was using some mineralized foundation, which my skin is allergic to, and it seemed like to combat that a little bit. Don't ask. But this was the only foundation I did not have an acne breakout. Now, normally when you wear foundation, you clean your skin, get your skin clean, you do have a little bit of buildup. But I was thoroughly washing my face, and I was noticing I was not getting acne breakouts. 2 days later, I used another foundation 2 days consistently. I got like 1 or 2 little bumps. But I do notice that my skin does like this foundation with all the natural ingredients in it. It does not have a negative effect. But I would not use this every single day because I have too many foundations to use them every day, and wearing foundation, the same one every day, is just not, like, it depends on my mood. My foundation, eye color, blush, lip is all a matter of expression. So I would not wear the same foundation every day. But if you are a person that do, maybe you could try this and it would actually benefit you. There are some benefits to wearing this foundation. Now, I do not have the concealer because concealer is a whole nother, let's not go there. It is a very big challenge for me to find concealers, so I don't want to go too much in depth. I have not tried it or any of the other products from Pacifica. And there's something else I would like to say. Pacifica have a lot of products with hemp in it. I will not be buying that just due to personal religious beliefs. So some of their other skincare products will not be featured on the site due to the fact that I'm not into hemp and I think it's very weird. And that's just my personal opinion. If you want to buy their hemp-based products, you know, that's on you. So I would like to put that disclaimer. They do have a lot of products using weed. Anyhow, this foundation does not, because I read all the ingredients before I buy anything. The only other thing that I think a few people might not like with this actual foundation, and it tells you to clean the skin, prep the skin, and use setting powder. This is not a long-lasting foundation. Even though it is $16 and it is well priced and is well affordable for a 0.9 fluid ounce, this is not a full coverage foundation to the point that, in my opinion, because when I use this foundation, it's also not long lasting. It is a normal 6.5 to 7 barely wearing foundation. The only thing that I can say that makes it last longer, and I have dry skin, so this is coming from somebody with dry skin, is to use the Milani's Make It Last, which is cruelty free. 16-hour setting spray, and that keeps it looking really, really good. If you use anything that's not a longer lasting setting spray, you're going to have issues. I think at the 7.5 mark, 8-hour mark, this foundation slightly begins to crease, fade, break down a little bit. The only suggestion I have, if you have an oily nose, I would say, because this is the powder that I use, so I'm using this example, set it with a powder, and I use a, really quickly, y'all, very quickly, one of these brushes. This is Shop Miss AOA Studio E10, or maybe y'all, I'm always dropping something here, or one of the AOA Studio Kabuki brush in E26, and just get the nose or the oily places. Like, you would have to lightly press and kind of blend those in to try to keep from the oil from backing up. If you have combination skin, if you have full oily skin, I would do the Jackie Aina routine where I put the powder on first, then I would add this, then I would add a setting spray, because I do notice that on the oilier parts of my face, it does like all the other foundations that are not super long last, like everyday 6-hour wear foundations, which Black Radiance is the same. Black Radiance actually starts creasing. This is Covergirl, and it's a little oily because I use a different type of setting spray. So the point I'm trying to make is, if you have combination oily skin like I do right here, I just have dry skin. I only mention my nose because today is very, very shiny. You need to use powder. And if you have oily skin, I would say you might need to wear this during the winter, because I think it has a better chance of lasting longer during the winter time when your skin's a little bit drier. But I prefer it during the summer just because I think I prefer it all summer round, but I like it for the summer just because it's the only undertone I can find when I get that dark. I'm trying to find one now, but I don't know if I'm gonna be that successful. So that is my review for it. Will I repurchase this foundation? Yes, I'm actually going to try to repurchase it within the next coming weeks. And 2 more shades. So this shade, 10WT, and then a lighter shade. So that is it, you guys. Excuse me, for my review. I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great day. Bye.